Mahila, there were a few videos where Grox would talk about the adder taking over the body of one of the females, particularly the Rahab character, the native woman. And I do not believe that this ever happened. I believe that when she puts her foot down, it creates a dimensional stronghold of Oz, many. And it's as R, the beast character out of the sea, that no one can get close to without being destroyed. The R of Ahab is what that is. So it's a pirate peg leg of the R. Okay, R is as Samson and as the 666 beast character. So that's what her name actually means. And she would create these strongholds where it's dimensional, and that she would, as shown by the funnies of the Chinese characters, that have these inventions. They have these inventions of basic items that they make their own into new inventions. Um, that is shown by my previous channels in the playlist. And she would do some things like that, and she would have a tomboy type persona, but very sexy. And I've seen it twice. I told Luke McCain about it. I saw it in the car, and I saw it at 107, in the line of Jessamine County for sales and Fayette County, where my grandfather lived. And so I don't believe that that ever happened where it was the adder that took over. I don't think that she was a person that could have that happen to her. I think she's too strong, and she was never a tenant. Now, Grox would also talk about, okay, we need the Nicolas Cage, we need, the Con Air to get our seals, and that's kind of what I did on my previous channels, the more recent ones, was try to say, okay, you guys can get your seals because I've got my seal. And it was a constant type of push for me to be out in the field, because in the churches, if I were Thyatira, then the watchman would be Sardis. So he would do this type of push in the symbolism because that's what he was being shown. And that's what Obama, Banderas, things like that were pushing 2012. They showed similar things, but he would mix it with what he was seeing in the earth and make it more like it has to be now, right now. And I believe that that was a wrong approach, because the work still has to be done by each one getting their seals. There's no way out of it. There's no like if you're gonna go far in the strongs, it does your work every day, and it seals it every day by what you've accomplished, and it circles back your whole life. It's a circle of life. So you can't just go far by, not doing the stuff in the bed, not facing an agent. Like, it doesn't work that way. Boiling hot is boiling hot strongs no matter what. And if the adder wants to change all these things, it will all be brought back to what it is and strengthened when I finally do cut off. And the word changes with the flocks, but there is an adder presence in each flock that tries to intrude on the word as you're going through it to create a snare, just like the food is for me. But it's another snare of how the adder tries to bite through the word. And if you're Levi like me, you had that from Oklahoma City, then it's an even more of an approach because you have to fight what you've been sealed by. and I follow the word no matter what. And I have to fight that this is not the real word now. That's the battle going on in my life. And I've held it very, very consistently that just as the Amy at the big house show that we were watching of the America's Got Talent when I was there a few years back, and I was deep into the symbolism of the people on YouTube that had done trips, certain types of trips and cactus style, very deep Native American style, and getting into the more wizardry and sorcery. When I was deep into trying to connect all of that into what I was seeing myself, and so I was in Lexington when they still lived at the big house. Now they live in Storebridge, but we watched America's Got Talent, and there was this black man that had just gotten out of prison, and he never let his mind go to prison. It's very important that you never let your mind go to prison, that you never let you accept that you are deep in a fallen world. And as far as we've gone with combating this word, I've never let my mind go that even the word is corrupted and that I have to fight every single thing in my life. And I'm still aware of it now, but I'm fighting it. And it's cool, we are, excuse me, we are flexing the hallway of the matrix. And the word as it is when I do cut off will not be as you see it now. It's not the Ben V aliens. It's not Paul Begley saying there's been a big, surge in the word. That is all bullshit and will be cleaned up when I do cut off. You have my word on that, and it is just as the other flocks. It's the word gets battled as you're going through it. And, I've seen you can fit a computer in it. Ben V's last video, you can fit a computer in it. Matthew 24. I looked at it myself. Yes, you can fit a computer in it. It's just, it's the adder. So thank you. Have a good night.